Hi there. In light of the COVID crisis in Kenya, I decided to just create a simple tool that can show institutions who want to do something about it in terms of capturing and self-reporting of cases by residents and citizens, what it can be done with tools off the shelf. So I modeled all of this off of what the Alberta Health Services have done, a questionnaire with simple yes/no questions, assessing your risk, and then telling you what to do next. I created a flow that shows the logic and uh, you know helps with a decision tree that can of course be adjusted. That's just was just my roadmap and sort of making the tool. And yeah, so now we could just test it out. You could put in the logo and what have you of the organization. You can host this on your site. I built this with a tool called Jotform, but in no way affiliated to that company or promoting their services. It's just one of many tools where you can see these cards showing up now and telling people what to do. Let's see, in this case, we'll just assume the person is actually uh, experiencing all the symptoms and has been outside of Kenya. Then there's a note that says they need to be tested. They're asked to put in their name, so we'll say name 6 and name 7. And as the next, there's a phone number. Validation is not by actual format, but at least length. And if the browser settings are allow capture of IP address, then we will get that. If the phone settings, if this is used on a phone, allows the GPS data collection, it will do that. And then in addition to that, there's ways to use places. Um, you can, for instance, type in Eldoret, and you could say now Eldoret, I live in Eldoret. Oh yeah, I'm close to G4S in Eldoret. Let me drag this here. I'm on this street, Farmers Street in Eldoret. That's one way how a person could say this is where I am. And then there's some additional advice, and then the person can submit. And the decision tree you saw, depending on if people are showing symptoms or not, or have traveled or not, will provide different next steps. Now, this data that we've just created flows into a Google spreadsheet. You can see that here. And we can now build a map built on or using a tool called mapping sheets that'll create a map with all the pins on it across Kenya where cases have been reported. And you can see that most of the cases for testing I've had here in Nairobi, but now we just put one in Eldoret. And you can see here all the data sets that have been submitted. Yeah, that's about what I wanted to show. There's easy ways to do this and that can be implemented. And if the link is then shared with the broader public, they can self-report. The same could be done for people who have been in touch with people who they believe have COVID, so that you can help with tracing, and which is going to be an increasingly bigger problem. All right, hope this helps. Thanks for watching.